Thank you all for tuning in to another episode of David's Parmcast. I am David, the RI Parm guy, but I am not in Rhode Island today. Today, I am in Connecticut. That's right, this is the David's Parmcast Tour of Connecticut 2016. Now, let me just back up here just to get you all up to speed on how this happened. A little while ago, my good buddy Robert came on the Parmcast, and he killed it. After that, social media just blew up. Everyone was like, we love Robert. Love Robert's voice. When can we have him back on? So that got me thinking, got my wheels turning. I said, hey, why don't I do a Connecticut Parmcast tour with Robert, because he's down there. So I called his agent. I called his publicist. We went back and forth for a while. A lot of meetings, because this guy is a hard person to nail down, I'll tell you.
Untouchable.
Untouchable. But after a long and lengthy meeting, Robert has agreed to appear in a handful of Parmcast episodes. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to give a big round of applause and a welcome back to David's Parmcast, my good friend, Robert.
Oh, well, thank you, David. I imagine that the audience members are clapping.
Now, I just have one question to ask you. How has your life changed since you've been on the Parmcast?
You know, probably gained a lot more weight.
You and me both.
My Parm intake has increased by 50-fold. Sometimes I'll just eat a chicken Parm alone in a dark room and talk to myself, pretending that people are listening.
There always are listening, Robert. Well, let's get this episode started. So this is our tour of Connecticut. So I'm going to have Robert just give a little synopsis on what we're going to be doing here for this tour and maybe some of the places we're going to hit. So, Robert, tell the people what's up.
Okay, yeah. So tonight we're just going to part 1 and part 2 of Darien, I guess.
Yep.
I'm not sure how David's going to do the episodes, but we're going to have a chicken parm from 2 of the central pizza locations in Darien. Now, Darien's a small town, affluent town, and they are basically known for being like a town where people who live there work in Wall Street. And so is the surrounding towns like Greenwich, and Stanford's a little more blue collar.
Yes.
And we'll be trying a few places in those areas as well. But tonight, we'll be focusing on the 2 predominant pizza places in Darien.
This is our hometown, too. So these are ones that
we've been to many times, had many pizzas.
Many pizzas, because, okay, so we're going to go to Post Corner Pizza, which I only have been to once, like,
really?
17 years ago.
You've only been there once?
I swear to God, once, and it was for RJ's birthday party. That was it.
Really?
And we only had pizza. And then
we saw. I did not know that.
Wow. It was RJ's birthday, and then after that, we saw Mighty Joe Young with the gorilla movie. So that's how long ago it was.
I mean, I actually like the Post Corner Pizza. I like both pizzas equally, but sometimes you feel more like another. But to be honest, I definitely get the chicken parm more from our second place, which is Heights.
We'll talk about that later.
Which we'll talk about a little later on. Post Corner, I feel like I've had their chicken parm wedge once, but I'm not even sure I had it. So, but I feel like I did, and it might have been, a couple months ago. My brother and sister went there for like a luncheon.
Yeah.
But anyway, I've definitely been to both locations plenty of times, and anyone that's been to Darien knows that these are the 2 places you pretty much get pizza from. There are a couple of chains like Planet Pizza,
and also Bertucci's is actually in Darien too.
Yeah, Bertucci's. Yes, there is Bertucci's, but they don't serve parms.
Nope.
We only talk about the parms.
Only parms on the Parmcast.
Yes. So here we go.
So Robert called up, and they said, how long they say?
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Okay, so we drove down there. We walked inside, and it still looks exactly the same as I remember. It's a nice place. It's big, and it's on a corner lot. So
yeah, it's right next to it's very close to Starbucks and a gas station.
Yeah,
and it pretty much is just like the decor hasn't changed in a long time, but I wouldn't say it's dated. It's kind of like going to like a Italian cafe, almost like an Italian lunchroom.
Yeah, and this restaurant is literally like almost in the center of town. This is probably one of the places that's
it's one of the most central places in town. Yeah.
So we called up. They said 10 minutes. We went down there. Now this is and
of course it was late. It was kind of late, so.
But that's fine.
That factors in a little bit. I think normally it would have been a 15-minute. I know from experience.
Yep. So we went there, and They told me the price. $9.25. Whew. See, the problem
I actually thought that included the 2 sodas I was buying.
Sodas, but...
So I took out a $10 bill and a $1 bill. Then he told me the total was $14. I go, oh. And I had to pull out a 20.
So already right off the bat, I'm seeing a total price discrepancy from Rhode Island, which is cheap Parms.
Yes.
$9.25, but hey, you're paying for it because this is
I've been
listening
to your chicken Parmcast.
I appreciate that, Robert.
And one thing I've noticed is that a lot of them don't have the real chicken.
It's true. None. I haven't had a single.
So I'm wondering if the extra couple of bucks gets you real chicken. Well,
let's find out. Okay, so they wrapped it in a big kind of cellophane.
Yep, it's a cellophane sub box.
And our first rubber band.
Yeah, well, you got to keep that thing on. Got to keep that lid on tight. That lid has to be tight.
Okay, so I'm gonna take off this rubber band very slowly.
Yeah, you get that band off
because it may explode. Ooh, girl. Okay, okay, ready, Robert? You want to give me a countdown, and I'll
3, 2, 1. Open that. Man, you cannot.
Whoa! I see already right off the bat that there is a nice brown
tinge
on that bread, and that looks so delicious. Hold on, I'm just going to grab my camera. Robert, describe this, baby.
Yeah, sure. So, unlike most bread, there's definitely a brown, black tinge that says that it's been toasted. And the chicken parm cheese is not everywhere. Actually, the chicken parm and the cheese are centrally located in the parm. It looks actually really delicious. I can say that one side looks like it's got a little more
cheese on it,
a little bit more than the other, but maybe that's my angle. But either way, it's going to be both angles look.
Both angles. It actually does. This is probably one of the best looking ones I've seen. A lot of cheese.
I don't know if it was cut evenly, but
is that already a point against them?
No.
I mean, the price.
No, because normally you're just going to eat the whole thing anyway. So you can't judge it because most normal people don't split sandwiches.
It's true. So, Robert, I want you to, because you're my guest, I want you to pick which side you want.
I'll take the smaller one.
Are you sure? Does that mean I got to give you the next episode? I got to give you the big one?
You always got to give me the big one, baby.
Cheap. Oh, okay. So he's pulling it off, and this cheese is tagging along for the ride.
It's nice because it's not gloppy, and
Robert hates that
gloppy. And the
gloppy.
cheese, the marinara is actually, I don't even see much marinara, but I think it's tucked in the cheese.
Oh yeah, I can see.
Did you take a picture of it?
I did. I can actually see just from the half the rubber pulled. I can see real.
And you can feel the heft.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm touching it a little bit.
Well, that's fine. That's what it's there for.
Well, I don't think I washed my hands. Anyway,
okay,
hepatitis C.
Robert's gonna take a nice big bite of it. I heard that crunch from here, so hopefully you guys did.
There's
if you're listening.
Crunch. So, Dave, it's a good bite. While you take your bite, I have a question to ask you.
Okay.
Because I've been listening to your Parmcast, and there's a little bit of contradiction in some senses.
Yeah. Okay.
You said you like a crunch, but you also say you like a lot of sauce. So my question to you is, where's the balance where you get the crunch and the sauce? Like, what's too much sauce? What's not enough? Because you never complain about there not being enough sauce. You always like more sauce, it seems like. If there's not enough sauce, you kind of complain. If it doesn't have a crunch...
I complain about everything.
But if there's a lot of sauce, obviously the bread won't have crunch to it.
Factor,
and I will bring up episode 2 of your Parmcast.
Nice.
Which I forget where that was from.
I can't remember either. There's been so many of these. I do, from the bites I've had, this is real chicken. This is a first for David's Parmcast, actually eating real chicken.
Well, that place before I think had real chicken, the one I hated. But they just didn't do the sauce. The sauce was like a weird pizza sauce. I still have nightmares about that.
This is probably one of the best ones I've had so far here on David's Parmcast.
See that? Nice white meat.
That's real meat.
None of that fake stuff.
I mean, I like the copious amounts of cheese. That's for sure. I like the bread, how it's got that. It's still hot. I mean, we just picked it up, and this sandwich is still hot.
Mm-hmm. There's a good crunch of the bread.
Yep.
Everything has a nice balance to it. My sandwich might have a little bit more bread, but I feel like as a whole, very good quality sandwich. And ooh, what's that? There's a little cheese.
He's got a little surprise there. The chicken's probably the best I've had, no doubt about it. It's a big style piece of bread. We did get a large, like we always do here on David's Parmcast.
Okay, that's my second thing.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a small chicken parm?
I have.
What?
It's like there was one place I didn't see what it was, but they said, "Do you want a small or large?" I said, "What's the price difference?" And they said like $6 to $8. So I don't know if it's just
$6 to $8. What? You paying $16 for a large chicken parm?
No, $6 to $8.
Oh,
so a small was like $5 something, $6, and the large was maybe $8, $8.25. But I don't know what kind of bread they would use for a small one, like maybe a small torpedo roll or something, or they just I honestly don't know what they would do. It's not even worth my time. We don't do that here. We go big or we go home.
Yeah. Most of the time we go home. And then we go to bed.
Yeah, we go to bed happy because we're eating a nice big chicken parm. So what else do you like about this place, Robert? Now, how many times have you been there since tonight?
Well, I mean, I don't know, like a lot. I've probably been here like 50 to 100 times.
Okay.
In my life. I mean, This is like a pizza place I always go to, And like our family goes there. So
yeah,
we either go here, we go to the next place, and that we're gonna have in the other episode. So
this place I like because there's a lot of seating. A lot of the places we go, this is more of a restaurant than like a to-go
yes, this
to-go
is
pizza place usually.
Yeah, it's both, but yeah, they definitely have a more seating, and it's probably more of like a you bring your whole family, and
if I remember correctly, on like a Friday night or a Saturday night, this place you can't even get into because it's swamped. Yeah,
and also they give you lollipops.
Really?
Remember those lollipops? Oh yeah, you've been there once.
I've been there once.
They have a basket of those like lollipops that are like yellow.
Yeah.
Yellow, like all the different colors, like blue, purple, red. Those the plain ones. But you just grab a whole bunch of them
for free.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's kind of like what they're known for in a way.
It's free lollipops and great chicken parm.
I saw George Cracky get chicken parm once. And literally, I was about to pay for my pizza. Then his giant arms barged through, and he goes, "I'm here for the chicken parm and the and like a calzone or something." I was like, "You got a chicken parm and a calzone?" And he looks at me, and goes, "I'm hungry."
Yeah. So I only have about 2 more bites, and then me and Rob will give our synopsis here on a little post road pizza. Chicken Parmesan.
Why'd you say post road?
I don't know.
I mean,
post corner.
Post corner.
On the post road.
I can't believe you've never been here more than once.
Well, I'll tell you the why. My parents' house is closer to the second half. So that was our main pizza place to go to, was that one, just because it was close in proximity.
But sometimes don't you feel like,
if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And they don't break a lot.
Yeah, but sometimes I feel like I want a different style of pizza.
Pizza's pizza. But Parm, it could be anything you want. It looks like Robert's got one more big bite. I got one more big bite, so I think we're going to eat ours together.
Cheers.
We're going to cheers.
Touch the tips.
Touch the tips. I have to say, this was very enjoyable. Do you feel satisfied, Robert?
I do.
Okay. So we are done. It's pizza number 1 from our hometown. Robert, since you're my favorite guest here, I want you to do the honors. I'll see what you rate it, so give us your little spiel of this bad boy.
Okay, so this pretty much hit on all cylinders. I guess you can make the big point of the price being $9.25. But like we said before, when you get something good, sometimes the price it's worth it.
And the area, that's
Yeah, I mean the area. It's not Rhode Island. Well, it's not. Not to say that all Rhode Island is like that. Let's not make geography an issue here, but this is a more expensive area.
Yep.
I would say that it was probably close to. I mean, I think if it was more like $8.95 or $8.50 or in the $8 range, it might have been a little bit better. And I think I'll deduct maybe half a point to maybe a point on that, but I'm gonna give it an 8.
That's, to be honest, that's right where I was coming in, right at 8. The crunch of the bread was delicious. The having real chicken in my mouth is a first.
My only criticism is I feel like maybe a tad more sauce, but I don't know.
Well, maybe mine, because then again, you had the smaller portion of
Sure.
the sandwich.
Sure, I kept that in mind.
So you heard it here first. 8's around the board for Robert. Where did we go again?
Post Corner Pizza
Post Corner Pizza
in Darien, Connecticut.
That's stop number 1 on just this section of the David's Parmcast tour of Connecticut, just Darien, and then we're going to branch out. So the next episode we're going to do is the number 1 competitor to what we just ate here, which will be Heights Pizza.
Heights.
Spelled
H. Oh, I thought you were going to like it.
Oh,
Heights. Well, it's butchered. Screw it. If you don't know how to look it up on Google.
Look it up on Google. So, Robert,
Gosh darn.
Is there any final thing you want to say?
No, I'll just say if you're in Connecticut, you're in Darien, this would be a top-notch place to get a good chicken parm.
I agree. So I just want to say, if you want to follow me on Spreaker, David's Parmcast, do. If you want to follow me on Twitter, David's Parmcast, do. If you want to follow Robert on Twitter, don't. He doesn't like that.
At Robosaurus Rex.
And please follow him. If you like Walking Dead, he posts a lot about that.
I do.
That's due. So, Robert, I just want to say thank you for being my guest.
Mm-hmm.
And as always, Parm on.
Parm on, Dave.
Parm on, Rob.